Hello, I'm Bernie Hayes. Today we'll be talking about running with Ricky Hughes today on The Bernie Hayes Show. And welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes, and like I promised you, my guest is Ricky Hughes. Ricky, welcome.
Hey, what do you say, Bernie?
What's that shirt says? St. Louis Run Crew?
St. Louis Run Crew.
What is the St. Louis Run Crew?
Yes, indeed. The St. Louis Run Crew is my baby. It's our baby. It's become it's completely changed my life in so many ways. We can kind of get into why I founded it, but it is a diverse space for St. Louis folks and folks all around to move and connect for health and wellness and community. So we have runners, walkers, strollers. It's very important that I mentioned that it is diverse, not only in terms of race, but ability, age, intention. It's just to get like-minded folks together to move and connect for their health and for our community.
So ADA also is included?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. We actually have had the organization a couple times that came with blind runners, and they're like strapped to at the wrist and run.
Beepers.
Yeah. So I mean, we just try to find ways to make sure we include everyone because it's not about how fast you go, but it's about us moving together.
Ricky Hughes, how did you found this and why?
I founded this So I ran in track in high school, but 100, 200, that's it. I wasn't running anything more than 200 was a punishment for me, Bernie. But in the
200 meters, you mean?
200 meters,
yeah, okay.
yes. Or 200.
I thought you meant 200 blocks or something.
No, 200 meters. But in the pandemic, around 2021, 2022, I was in a dark spot. I was suffering from depression, which I probably had for a while, but being in the pandemic and being home, I was at home working and I just felt a cloud. I didn't know how to get out of it, but I started to walk and I started to run, and it just completely changed how I feel mentally. So then I started to run like around my neighborhood, but then I was running by myself. So I wanted to run with other folks. And honestly, Bernie, I started to run with other run clubs in St. Louis, and I didn't feel accepted. To run distance is historically a white sport.
Okay.
And the run crews I was running with, 9 times out of 10, I was the only black person running, which I understood, but I had a couple instances where I went to a couple of run crews and nobody spoke to me. And that made me feel just terrible and distraught, and I didn't want anybody to feel like how I felt. So I started the run crew, and it has grown tremendously. I think mainly because the energy that we bring, and we want to create a space where everyone feels welcome. And we've been about 1.5 years old now, and we started with the very first run, nobody came, Bernie.
Okay.
But now, last Tuesday, we had about 200 plus of folks come to run and walk and stroll. So
tell us about the components of the run crew. You said diversity. Tell us about those components.
The components are some people. So how it looks like, Sunday mornings we meet downtown at Keener Plaza. We meet at 9. We mingle for a bit, and then we stretch, and we have like a welcome, and then we kind of disperse into a pace group. So if you want to run, you want to walk, if you want to run, you get towards the front. If you want to walk, you get towards the back. And that's simple. So some folks run, some people walk. We got moms, dads coming with their kids and strollers. Honestly, now I see, Bernie, some folks just come to meet other people sometimes. So I want you to know, it's your run crew, but less emphasis on the run and more emphasis on the crew. It's about us coming together to move together.
So there are other run crews in the St. Louis area?
Yeah, there are. And honestly, I was not aware of the run crew community in St. Louis because I'm very new.
Sure.
So I was just creating this out of pure passion and love. I didn't have a blueprint. There's also run crews across the country now. It's a running boom happening in real time. A lot of it has to do with, I think, the being coming out of the pandemic and folks being in the house so long and wanting to find community and move, but also a consciousness around health. And I think people want to find ways to not only pour into their physical health, but also their mental and their community health. So there's running booms happening all across the country right now. And in St. Louis, there are a handful of run crews. And we run with other run crews too. Like, it's not a competition at all for me. I just want to just create a space for runners to feel included.
Well, what are the locations where you form?
Yeah, so Sunday mornings we run downtown.
And say it slow so people can get this now.
Okay.
Sunday mornings.
So Sunday mornings,
9
a.m. Downtown. Tuesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. We run on Cherokee Street.
Starting where?
At 2309 Cherokee.
Okay.
It's a small business called Profield Reserve.
Okay.
And on Saturday mornings, we have a long run. We meet at the Visitor Center in the illustrious Forest Park at 6 in the morning.
Oh.
So
where in Forest Park?
At the Visitor Center.
Oh, the Visitor Center.
Yep, you mean right from the Visitor Center.
Near the lake.
6 a.m. Yep.
Sure, okay.
Yes, sir.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky, why did you envision the community coming together and running? Did you feel that they had perhaps the same problems that you had with the depression or other illnesses or issues?
Yeah, it's a great question. I had an inkling. I believe that, people needed a new space to connect. And I think going to whatever the bar or the club or whatever it may be, however folks my age meet. When you become older, Bernie, it's not as easy to meet new people.
Okay.
And my whole my running circle is completely different. Like, I have new friends, new family, new community. I had an inkling that folks were feeling like how I was feeling, isolated, not moving their body like they once were. And I wanted to just create a space where folks could just experiment with what it means like to move your body now, and it doesn't have to be running. It could be yoga, it could be cycling, it could be basketball, it could be football, it could be training. But whatever it is, I'm an ambassador for moving your body with other people. So if you join a run crew to come run or walk, that's totally fine. But more so, this can be a catalyst for you to move your body in some way, shape, or form.
How can one reach you and get more information?
So you can reach me.
Tell them your name.
Yeah.
Ricky Hughes.
I'm Ricky Hughes. I'm Ricky Hughes. I'm from St. Louis. I love St. Louis. So you can reach me on IG at Ricky from St. Louis. There you go, right there. STLRunCrew.com.
You're saying that really fast, man.
I'm sorry. I'm a fast talker. I'm excited, Bernie. I'm sorry. I'm excited to be on the Bernie Hayes Show. STLRunCrew.com. STLRunCrew@gmail.com. Or on Instagram, also at STLRunCrew.
Is there a fee to join your crew?
No, there's not a fee. We do take donations because when we had like 5-10 people buying water, it's simple. When it's 200 people burning, water and ice adds up. So
it goes fast, today.
It goes fast.
Yeah,
it goes fast, especially it's been really hot in St. Louis. So that's a plug to hydrate. Make sure you hydrate. But there is no fee to join. We do ask you to sign the waiver, to protect us and yourself, because we don't have no money, and we want you to be safe.
Have you experienced any metabolic changes? Metabolic changes of the body.
Oh, yes.
Your muscles and
yes.
Okay.
My stamina. I have 2 younger kids too.
Okay.
I have 2 younger girls, so they're always running around. So I'm able to keep up with them a lot better too. And I have felt a lot of body changes. I played college football, ran track, basketball my whole life, but I feel, humbly said, I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. And yes, my body, but more so my mind. Okay. I just feel clear. I feel my anxiety has subsided. I wouldn't say that running has cured my depression, but it has empowered me through it.
Great.
Yeah.
Ricky Hughes is my guest, and we're talking about the St. Louis Run Crew. We're the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Reverend Larry Rice has been helping those in need for more than 52 years, and we'll be right back with Ricky Hughes after this.
Bernie Hayes has been a blessing for so many years through the great broadcasting talents that God has given him. He's helped so many people to get a deeper and richer understanding of our community. Now, it's important that you tell your family and friends about the NLEC TV app, because Bernie's continuing to bring his great guests on, and the way that they can get it now is go to NLEC TV on their app. You've experienced it, now share it with others. We need everyone tuning in to the Bernie Hayes Show, because Bernie takes us behind the scenes and helps us to get a deeper understanding of issues that affect our community. His broadcasting has been such a gift from God for so many years. Now we need to share that gift. So tell your family, tell your friends, hey, have you watched the Bernie Hayes Show? Well, you need to. And not only do you get to see Bernie Hayes when you go on the NLEC TV app, but you get all kinds of inspirational programming. You get to learn about the needs in our community and the poor and the homeless. In addition to that, there's great classical movies there. There's music on NLEC Here's Help Radio Network. I mean, there's just so many things awaiting those that go to the NLEC TV app. So do a favor, give a gift to your family and friends and tell them about the app. To go to the App Store, bring up NLEC TV. And again, explore all the other things, the creation videos that are on there, the classical movies that are there, the inspirational radio programming, and of course, the 24 hours of TV, and the community programming, and all that and much more. So tell everyone you know about the NLEC TV app, and let them know the Bernie Hayes Show is still coming through strong and heavy.
God loves a cheerful giver. Even though things are really tough right now, you can make a difference in the lives of so many. New Life has been doing this work for 50 years, and we have seen God's gracious goodness through people like you who have participated in this work. There are so many people who are suffering. More people are becoming homeless for the first time with the rising costs of inflation and food and housing and so many other commodities. We need help. You can make a difference today in the lives of so many by giving your tax-deductible gift to P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. Or go to newlifeevangelisticcenter.org or call to get involved in this incredible work.
And welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. My guest is Ricky Hughes of the St. Louis Run Crew. Ricky, tell us about the diversity of your movement. Are there people with disabilities, and are they welcome?
Yes, everyone is welcome. And to be honest, Bernie, I'm trying to find ways to continue to make sure that folks with disabilities are aware that you can come and move or roll. Because we have had folks in wheelchairs come. We have had folks that we may not know have underlying diseases or disabilities, but they know. And I think our job is just create a space where they feel included, they feel supported, and they feel loved. And I just want to let everyone know that regardless of where you're at in your running journey, whether you're just getting started or you're a marathoner, this is a space where you can feel seen and celebrated.
Bob Dimler, producer and director, was asking about the stigma of being downtown. Yeah. Where do you run downtown?
That's a great question. And what's interesting is I would say 60% of our runners are transplants. So they're not from St. Louis. They're from all around the country, a lot of WashU students. And they have had a perceived notion of what St. Louis is. It's dangerous, it's unsafe. And we're running downtown in a space where people think it's dangerous. So we meet at Keener Plaza and we run in the Gateway Arch National Park now. And so we don't run on any streets, we run in a park. So for the sake of like running environment is safe, but also we're showing people that it's safe to run downtown. Sure. If you see people running in the area, that's a real estate thing. If you see people running and walking in the area, that alludes to safety and it raises the property value from a financial standpoint. And we're doing that. We're showing people that every Sunday, it's safe to move downtown.
It's safe. That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
it is safe.
Tell me, ask you this, Ricky. People with obesities,
Yeah.
do they come out and run? I mean, say an oversized woman or a man.
Yeah.
Are they welcome?
Yes, yes. And I don't want to say this is specifically for them, but it is for everyone. But if you have if running or walking can be a catalyst for you to be more safe, this is the space for you. And honestly, I get super excited when I see folks that aren't typical runners, because I'm skinny, I run, so easy for you to run miles, Ricky. But it's the folks that you might not look at and say, oh, they're a runner, they're a move, because those are the folks that are going to inspire more people than me, the folks that don't necessarily look like a runner, because I want those people to feel included and inspired more than anyone to come to move for their health, for the family's health, and for the others that they will inspire. So yes, it is for everyone. That's why I want to make people feel safe and people to feel included, so you don't have the shame of, oh, I don't look like a runner, I'm not a runner. Yeah, if you can move, you're a runner or a roller or a stroller.
Are you a marathoner?
I am a marathoner.
Tell us about it.
That feels great to say, actually, because let me tell you, Bernie, 2 years ago, I didn't even know how long a marathon was.
Okay.
But I just fell in love with running, what it was doing for my mind and my body. And it gave me a new challenge. It gave me accountability, because training for a marathon is no joke. It's a part-time job. So thanks to my wife, because she gives me the space to train. But yeah, so I ran one marathon last year, my very first marathon here in St. Louis. Now I'm training for my second marathon in Chicago, which is my first world major marathon, Chicago, October 13th. So I'm training for my second marathon. I'm super excited. Running has changed my life, not only from like the community aspect, but my personal journey. I'm a marathoner now. And I found ways to connect with different running brands and organizations to uplift runners. And also me being a black male runner, I'm in a space where a lot of times I'm one of very few black faces at these races. So I'm representing something much more bigger than myself as well.
Okay. Do you advise those who are in your crew as to what equipment they should use and the hydration problem and so forth? Do you talk about all that?
What do you say, Bernie? That's a great question. This is why Bernie is Bernie, because that is one of our pillars is education. Okay. Because I would say that majority of our runners are new to running. So shoes, hydration, how you run, your feet. So we have folks come out, we have different shoe brands come out and shoe stores come out to educate on what shoes to buy, how to buy them, strength training. A lot goes into running, because if you come into running just running in like the shoes you wear to work or basketball shoes, you're going to suffer injuries and then you're not going to enjoy running. Okay. So getting you in a nice pair of shoes, or having a shoe company come out to get you in a nice pair of running shoes will show you like, oh, I need some running shoes. Because I want people to love running and not to hate running, because I had a lot of little nagging injuries when I first started running, because I was just running improperly. I wasn't doing any strength training. I wasn't running the right shoes. So education and running is a huge mission for us in the run crew.
So that's essential.
It's essential. It truly is.
Tell us about Ricky Hughes. Who is Ricky Hughes?
Ricky Hughes, I am a father, a husband. I am a project manager. I'm from St. Louis. I love community. So running is just a newer facet of me building community. Historically, I've been in music and media, festival work, and like running is just like a guide push into running, because I didn't know about running. But I just like to find ways to inspire St. Louis to find their true selves, and whatever that is, whether it's music or media or running or festivals or yoga, I just try to find new ways to inspire St. Louis. I'm big St. Louis energy is what I say all the time. And I'm a vessel. I call this the people's crew because I'm the founder. But if you look around at our run crew, the diversity in terms of age, ability, race, it's not me. This is us. This is a space for us. So I'm just a person that wants to be a vessel for God to use my mission and my passion to change lives.
We're going to take a short break, but I'm going to tell your father you didn't mention him, because you're also a son.
I am a son.
So we're going to talk about that when we come back,
I'm
okay?
a son.
All right.
Yes, sir, brother.
How can they reach you, Ricky? How can they reach you?
Reach me,
St. Louis
probably
Run
the
Crew.
best way is stlruncrew@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or on Instagram at stlruncrew, on IG as well.
How about any phone numbers they can reach you at?
No, let's stick to the emails.
Okay, emails. Okay.
Emails and
Do you have a
the
Facebook
DMs.
page or anything?
I'm sorry?
Is there a Facebook page? Or
Yeah, we do have a Facebook page. Also, it's STL Run Crew. on
STL
Facebook.
Run Crew.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I noticed a T-shirt. It's a beautiful T-shirt.
Yeah, if you go to stlruncrew.com, you can purchase these as well.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yes, sir.
Ricky Hughes is my guest, and we're talking about running and walking and just being with the other people out in the outdoors, you know. We'll be right back after this.
Do you understand? Do you realize there's more people that are having to survive out on the street than are actually in shelters? Our search and rescue teams find them every day when they go out, and this is Cherokee, and I think Ray found you out there, didn't he?
Yeah, he found me out there sitting under a tree behind a gas station.
Wow, and who do you hold in your hands, sir?
This is my youngest daughter, Sakai, she's 3.
And?
And my oldest daughter, Cher, she's 4.
So Ray talked to you, got to know you, and I understand you came to the safe house, and his mother at the safe house, Kamaya, said that the girls got in their bed and got all excited, jumping up and down. They were in a bed, right?
Yeah, they were excited. They loved it. They haven't had their own bed in a while, so they was pretty excited that it was a bunk bed. Our oldest climbed up to the top, and she got at the bottom, and that was all she wrote.
So you got into bed, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah! All because of all of you that are caring and sharing with the New Life Evangelistic Center.
Word about Jesse Owens, an American track and field athlete who won 4 gold medals in the 1936 Berlin Olympic Games. His long jump world record stood for 25 years. He was born on September 12th, 1913. He died in 1980, also known as the Buckeye Bullet, won 4 gold medals and broke 2 world records in the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin. Owens' athletic career began in high school when he won 3 track and field events in the 1933 National Interscholastic Championships. 2 years later, while competing for Ohio State University, he equaled 1 world record and broke 3 others before qualifying and competing in the 1936 Olympics. Following the 1936 Olympic Games, Owens retired from amateur athletes and started to earn money for his physical talents. He raced against horses and cars and for a time played for the Harlem Globetrotters. Owens eventually found his calling in public relations and marketing, setting up a business in Chicago and traveling frequently around the country to speak at conventions and other businesses. Owens died of lung cancer in Tucson, Arizona, March 31st, 1980. He had smoked a pack of cigarettes a day for most of his life. Jesse Owens.
God loves a cheerful giver. Even though things are really tough right now, you can make a difference in the lives of so many. New Life has been doing this work for 50 years, and we have seen God's gracious goodness through people like you who have participated in this work. There are so many people who are suffering. More people are becoming homeless for the first time with the rising costs of inflation and food and housing and so many other commodities. We need help. You can make a difference today in the lives of so many by giving your tax-deductible gift to P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. Or go to newlifeevangelisticcenter.org or call to get involved in this incredible work.
Well, welcome back. My guest is Ricky Hughes. Bob Demler, a producer and director, asked a question. Ricky says, is it 50% runners, 50% walkers, 25% runners, 25% strollers? What?
Yeah, It's a great question because it's funny because I make the joke sometimes that I'm going to change the name to STL Walk Crew.
Okay.
Because we have just as many walkers as runners, and I love that because it's showing us that it's not intimidating that you have to come run. You can come walk. With your families, we have, like sometimes I run and walk with my daughters in this stroller. My dad, speaking of my dad, I'm throwing my dad because I'm a son. I'm a son.
Dad? Okay.
My dad is one of our walk captains, actually.
Oh, really?
He actually walked a 5K last December. My dad is Richard Hughes.
What does he do?
A pioneer attorney in St. Louis.
Yes.
His grit and his leadership has been truly inspiring. My dad was a runner too back in the day. I used to see him running. I was young, but he used to run all the time. So like through osmosis, I was watching him, and it wasn't until much later in my life that I became a runner. But now my dad's 78, and I make a joke all the time. If anybody brings someone older than my dad, I give them $5. I haven't given out $5 yet, so
you may give me $5.
I might give Bernie $5. You come, you can't come, Bernie. I'm trying to keep my money now.
Okay. Tell us once again how to reach you and why we should reach you.
You should reach me because you want to come run or walk with STL Run Crew, and you can reach me on IG at STL Run Crew or STLRunCrew.com or email STL Run Crew. Everything STL Run Crew. Any questions about running or shoes? We get questions all the time about. I like the question all the time is, can I come walk? And customer service is huge for me. I'll respond, yes. Please come walk. Please come move. Bring your family. Bring your mom, your auntie, your dad, your grandpa. It's important that we move for health and for community because our lives depend on it. And I'm just grateful to be able to be a catalyst in St. Louis to provide a space for people to move.
Ricky, Reverend Larry Rice here at the New Life Evangelistic Center always has something communing with nature, you know.
Yeah.
Do you commune with nature?
I do. And when I first started walking and running, it was just to get myself outside. I wasn't trying to become a runner. I know I needed to be outside. And it's spiritual. We run in Benton Park on Tuesdays, Forest Park on Saturdays, and Gateway Arch Park on Sundays. So we're in a park, the greenery, and we run all year too. That's very important to say. So the wintertime is when seasonal depression is at its highest. Folks are more isolated. So we run in the winter, November, December, January, February, because that's one of the most important times for folks to continue to move and continue to be around other people. It's easy to be outside in the summer and spring, but we want to inspire people to be outside all times of the year because being outside is spiritual. It truly is.
And I guess you cross all demographics, huh?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
All demographics, like if you go to our page, go to our IG, you'll see demographics from age, race, ability, gender, orientation. It is truly inspiring because St. Louis can seem really segregated. And I think our run crew is a depiction of possibly where St. Louis is heading, that we can move and connect with people. I'm talking to older white guys that if I saw at the store, I wouldn't necessarily stop and have a conversation with. But now I have great friends that are, the complete opposite of me. And I think that is conducive, that is telling of what the run crew culture can create, that folks can just connect with folks that are not like them.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being here, Ricky Hughes.
What do you say, Bernie? I appreciate you, Bernie.
Thank you so much.
I'm truly grateful. I'm with the legend and pioneer myself.
Thank you so much. And thank each and every one of you for supporting the New Life Evangelistic Center. Thank you for supporting the Bernie Hayes Show. And I just want to say thank you for the support of Larry Rice. I'm Bernie Hayes. Have a great day. Until next time, I'll see you then.